Hello, and welcome back to a new episode of Connected Cultures. I'm your host, Ellie.
And I'm your host, Connolly. Today's episode is about Kinro Kansha no Hai, also known as Labor Thanksgiving Day. Labor Thanksgiving Day is a holiday celebrated in Japan every year on November 23rd, unless the holiday happens to fall on a Sunday. Then it is rescheduled to the following Monday.
Labor Thanksgiving is not like Thanksgiving in the U.S. This holiday is to celebrate and give thanks to those in the labor field. This includes police officers, firefighters, and hospital staff.
On campus, we have our own club celebrating Japanese culture. Join me as I interview the Japanese Culture Club.
Hello, my name is Connolly Weaver, and today I'm here with the Japanese Culture Club. So, can you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves, your name, maybe your position in the club?
Cool. Okay, I'll go. Hey, I'm Saya. I am the president of the Japanese Culture Club, and I'm a graphic design major here at App.
My name is Peyton Paisley. I'm an international business major, and I'm the treasurer for JCC.
Awesome. So glad to have you guys here. So, what is the Japanese Culture Club? What are you guys about?
So recently we've been kind of going through rebranding for the Japanese Culture Club, but overall we like to just talk about Japanese culture, that, pop culture, traditional culture, history, food, music, anything. We just like talking about it all. Recently we've been kind of going through the history of Japanese culture, but yeah, it's been pretty fun.
What is your favorite thing that you guys have talked about this semester so far?
Ooh, I'll go first. I don't know. I remember we were talking about the Kofun era of Japan, and there are certain statues, and they're so cute. And I don't know, that was so fun, and everyone just seemed so happy during the meeting, so it made me really happy too.
For this semester, my favorite thing that we've talked about is probably the Heian Heian era of Japanese history. It really the couple eras leading up to it, and then that era really marked a turning point in Japanese history, starting with the Kofun era. It signified Japan coming into its own, and you see a lot of practices, especially starting in the Kofun era, where they start practices that are only done in countries that have a surplus, where they are wealthier, rather than just trying to make it by and survive. One thing that we did in one of our club meetings, whenever we were talking about the Heian era, was make teru teru bozu, which they're like the little dolls that you see that hanging from eaves in on Japanese houses, and they're supposed to bring about good weather whenever you have them hanging up. So that was a lot of fun, and it was a really interesting one.
So with Hurricane Helene, has that disrupted any of your goals for the club this year, and what are those goals that you guys have?
I'd say yes. Hurricane Helene has disrupted a goal. We really wanted to plan more community events, so public events, free events, everything like that. And we had one in mind, and it kind of got shut down because of Hurricane Helene. And a lot of the semester planning again got kind of interrupted. But we're trying to pick back up really soon. Like I just said, we want to plan a lot of public events. And one that's going to happen soon is we're going to have a Studio Ghibli, movie night.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and that was we were kind of planning that for the end of October, but, So, yeah, we're just kind of having more fun all across campus and trying to outreach. Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to speak a little bit to your question about our overall goals for the semester.
Yeah.
As Saya briefly mentioned earlier, we really want to rebrand our club a little bit, and kind of this year marks a turning point for our club. Last year we did a lot of pop culture stuff, and that was really the main focus of it.
Yeah.
And so me and Saya, whenever we were talking before the school year started, we were the only two exec members confirmed going into the school year, so we were talking and planning. We were like, we're kind of focusing in too much on one area of Japanese culture, and it's only a small portion of a much larger picture.
Right.
So going into the semester, we made the plan to start going over more Japanese history stuff. And I think that's been wonderful. I think that we've had a lot of really interesting stuff, some really interesting activities that we've done, like making the teru terebozu. People really enjoyed that day. But one of the unexpected challenges that came from that is still keeping the overall picture in mind, because now at the beginning of the semester we kind of zoomed in on a different part of the picture whenever we should really be looking at the whole picture. And so after talking to our club members, we had to reevaluate, and now we're trying to incorporate everything again. Like sometimes we'll talk about pop culture, sometimes we'll talk about history or a different aspect of Japanese culture, and I think that this is closer to the true essence of Japanese culture in itself that we're covering now, being that we're covering more of that overall picture.
I'm glad.
I have something else.
Yeah.
Something I realized last year, that was my first year last year, was I didn't really see any Japanese representation. And it sucked, I want to see and, incorporate Japanese culture into our club. I mean, that's who we are.
Right.
And, that this year we're trying to do that and trying to get a better connection with a lot of the Japanese international students here, and we're working on it. We just want them to feel included and have a safe space for them.
I'm glad to hear that. That's great that you guys are focusing on history and including students that are actually representing what your club means and why your club matters. So with that, I know you guys have talked about a few events, but what can students expect to see from you guys? I was looking at your Instagram and I saw that last year you guys did something for Japanese Cherry Blossom Festival. Will we see something like that? What are we looking at?
Cherry Blossom Festival is a quintessential part of Japanese Culture Club. You'll be seeing that from us every year as long as we're a club and nothing significant changes. That happens towards the end of each school year, so like in the last month or two of school is when you'll be. Also, we're beginning to get some events for students who are learning Japanese or who'd like to learn Japanese to be able to come and talk and converse with each other. We'd like to do those maybe once or twice a month, and we're currently working on making that happen. And I'll let Saya share anything else that she may like to share.
One thing that we're really excited for at the very end of the semester is we're planning a karaoke night for the end of year party, which we usually have annually, or per semester. And we're looking to have it in the solarium, which is going to be super fun. We're gonna have snacks and just have a fun time. Sam.
Sorry, one more thing. I don't know when this is actually going to make it out, but our next meeting is going to be, we're going to have Hakamada Sensei, who is she's doing the Japanese labs for Japanese 10-10-10-20. She's going to be coming to our club meeting and teaching a traditional dance from Hokkaido, where she's from. That's the northernmost region of Japan. It's called the Yosakoi dance, and she's going to be performing it and teaching it. We have like the traditional garb for that. It's called hapi, and then these little like shaker musical things that you use in it as well, called naruko. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Highly recommend everybody to come check that out, as well as it's going to be a really great time learning about the Hokkaido region and the traditional dance, the Yosakoi dance from that region.
I look forward to seeing that posted. I want to see the dance. I want to see the videos. So where can people find the Japanese Culture Club on social media? How can they connect with you guys, or how could they join?
You can find us on Instagram at jcc.asu. Check it out, it's great. And how can you join? Just show up at our club meeting. We have it every Monday in room 100 of the PSU, or New River, at 6:15. So come drop by. It's fun.
Also, if you have any questions or anything, you can email us at asujcc@gmail.com.
Gotcha. Well, make sure you guys go and follow so you can stay tuned for these events, because they sound honestly epic. And these two lovely people will be there, so you want to go. But thank you guys so much, Saya and Peyton, for coming. And we're going to say goodbye in Japanese. You guys ready? Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Monday.
The Japanese Culture Club is doing some pretty awesome stuff here on campus. Be sure to go check them out. Follow us to the kitchen as we attempt to make our own sushi.
Hey guys, I'm Ash.
And I'm Marguerite.
And we're here for Connected Cultures to show you guys how to make sushi.
I actually don't know how to make sushi, so this is gonna be a trial and run era. What we got is imitation crab. We got avocado and cucumber, rice, a spicy mayonnaise,
The best part.
and our seaweed, of course.
You can't have sushi without seaweed.
Nope.
Okay, step 1. You gotta put the rice on your seaweed.
Nice.
Okay, so once it kind of looks like that, nice and spread out, you're gonna wanna add your toppings, or more like fillings. We're making a classic California roll today, minus the carrots.
I don't like carrots.
You don't like rots?
No.
Oh. Okay, so you're gonna wanna lay out your cucumber. And you're gonna wanna kinda do this towards the front of your roll. I would say maybe like 2-3 pieces. Okay. Next, you're gonna wanna add your avocado. Okay, your avocado's gonna be slimy and hard to work with, but you're gonna wanna lay that
Wow, you're doing good.
right there along the same line that you laid your cucumbers down. And then you're gonna wanna wash your hands.
Crab.
Okay, next you're gonna take your wet imitation crab. You're gonna wanna rip it down the middle to make it easier to eat, so you're just not eating a stick of crab. And you're gonna wanna once again lay that on the roll. I'm gonna use 2 sticks, but use as much as you'd like.
Over here, we're crab fanatics. I'm actually not a crab fanatic.
Yes, we are crab fanatics. This is the hard part, and one I've never attempted before. You wanna roll your sushi. Mark, do you wanna do it?
Oh, sure.
Or I can, either one.
You got it.
Okay, so I'm using parchment. I put that underneath it. This is gonna help us roll our sushi together. You're gonna wanna angle it up. Be careful, your seaweed's really fragile.
That's okay.
This is gonna be a big piece of sushi because we put a lot of toppings in there. Basically, you're gonna wanna roll it kind of like a wrap.
We've never claimed to be professionals.
Yep, never. And I will never claim to be a professional, nor will I ever take the job of a sushi maker.
I remember at Harris Teeter, there was this guy, and literally his whole job was to make sushi. Like, that was his job. He didn't do anything else but make sushi. Wow, that looks pretty good.
So that's our roll of sushi. Now you're gonna wanna cut it. Okay, sushi, roll number 1. I'm gonna make it kind of a big one.
Wait, that looks so good. The seaweed's not cooperating, but it looks good.
And then we'll cut one more just to see if it's any better.
This one does look way better. Oh, yeah.
There you go. California roll. Don't forget your spicy mayo, makes everything better. You wanna do a little drizzle on top?
Oh.
Big drizzle on top. Mark, do you wanna give us a taste test?
I will give us a taste test.
Is it gas? Mm-hmm. And that is how you make sushi. Make sure to stay tuned for the rest of the episode. We love you guys. We'll see you next time.
That is all we have for you today. We hope you learned a thing or two about Kinro Kansha no Hai.
Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to tune in next time for Connected Cultures. Bye.
Bye.